to my real nagaz, man. Hey, man. Hey, man, don't be so afraid of being afraid. You know what I mean? Don't be so afraid that you become afraid of being afraid. If you know what I'm saying. A lot of times we feel afraid of things. It's okay, man. It's all right. We got some real tough people. I know you tough. I know you strong. But don't be so afraid that you become afraid of being afraid, my nigga. You know what I mean? You fear, you, you fear so much. You know what I mean, that you're now wrapped in the fear spell of being afraid. You know what I mean? You're afraid to be afraid. If you even feel anything fearful, you have to run it, you know what I mean, instead of dealing with it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we tell my niggas, man, fall back, man. Don't move in fear, my nigga. That ain't no knock. That's just like a reminder, as we all need it. Like, don't let that fear spell, you know what I'm saying? Don't let that influence your actions, you know what I'm saying? So that's all we saying. But sometimes my niggas, be like, nah, man, I ain't afraid, man. I'm just thinking, man. I got a plan, man, because I'm this and my situation is that. But do. All right, man. It's okay to be a little afraid sometimes of the unknown. It's a natural. Like, we don't know. It's kind of like going through a wormhole, like a wormhole, my naga, like a dragon hole, my naga. It's like you might be afraid of what's going to pop. Where you gonna pop out at. Come on, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying. So, but don't let even fear wrap you up so much that you're afraid to deal with those type of emotions or feelings and all that kind of stuff. It's okay not to have a plan. Don't be afraid of not having a plan. That you developed the wrong damn plan. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be caught lacking, right? So you got all this damn contingency plans. You got a plan for your plan. And your plan's plan got a plan. You know what I'm saying? But is it the right plan? Doing all that planning don't mean you've done the right planning. And asking a bunch of questions don't mean you're asking the right questions. Why are we able to, investigate the way we do? Because we've learned throughout the years to ask the right questions and to go off the vibration, not the information. You know what I'm saying? So it's about the patience, you know what I mean, to wait for, like, what's the right question to ask, you know what I'm saying? What's the right question to ask? Right now, we're at a point where we want to do the right thing and have the right plan and have the right flow. You know what I mean? Not just any flow, you know. And again, back to the investigation, some people can just ask a bunch of questions and all that, but we've been able to get this far, my noggin, by literally, you know what I'm saying, connecting, connecting, suffering, the right questions at the right time, man. You know what I'm saying? So don't be afraid of not having a plan. Cause you know what, what's real? Look, we don't even necessarily have a plan. What's my plan, man? I don't know. I don't have a plan. You know what I'm saying? Keeping the code is a big thing to us, to me personally, because I've seen it rock. I've seen it flourish, man. I've seen good fruit. I've witnessed good fruit come from keeping the code. You know what I mean? Not killing your brother. No more smoking on this pack and that pack. You know what I mean? Something good happens when you don't do that. Believe it or not, you know what I mean? Something good happens when you don't steal from your brother, your sister, and when you definitely don't, call on another power other than the creator of, what I'm saying, all being, all essence, what I'm saying, that which exists, your breath of security, which we call HaWah. You know what I mean? So good things happen when you are in tune with your source. That's the plan. Other than that, of course, we want to tribe up, right? We want to buy land, we want to assemble, we want to do those things, but don't just do a bunch of things. Don't just ask a bunch of questions. Ask the right questions. Do the right things. Do the right things. And if you don't know the right thing, then you got to be still. You got to be patient, man. So right now, we're enjoying the flow. And we know that whatever's coming is something that's a great thing. If they're putting a fear spell behind all this and forcing us into this fear trapped, love to the brother Valentine, man, light code frequency lockdown. If you feel locked down in a frequency while they're locking you down in your homes and you feel like your world is getting smaller and this is getting that, you know what I'm saying? You feel all this stuff happening, you're in a light code frequency lockdown, man. Hey man, we want to be there for you and with you, man. We want to spiral you up. You know what I'm saying? Keep the frequency flowing, keep the water flowing. You know, that's always been our dream, man, just to have a 24-hour flow, you know, of great music and great drop and books and, you know what I'm saying, poetry, managa, you know what I mean? Whatever we got to do to keep the water flowing at 432. I mean, right now that's the play, but is it the plan? I don't know. We don't even know our plan yet. But what happens is that our oppressor also doesn't know our plan. How do you know the plan if I don't know the plan? I don't know the plan. I'm not over here trying to just formulate a plan. You know, we know the basics, right? Keep the water flowing, tribe up, buy your land, build your land, plant your seeds, you know what I'm saying? You know, get with, you know what I'm saying? When we say tribe up, you know, that don't mean, you know, 200 people and all this kind of stuff. It means it might be 20 people. It might be two people, my naga. If you could find one real naga to tribe up with and to plan with, you win it, my naga. My naga, you win it. You got one real naga that you trust, you rocking with, you win it. All right. I mean, but look at the whole board. You know, think of us like a bunch of sand, right? You know, but when we tribing up, you know, like particles, like atom particles. Let's get real sciencey, right? So the particles start to bond, but that bond is stronger now because you bonded. So imagine like all these particles bonding up instead of being, you know, a solo particle. Maybe you got a double particle, triple particle, quadruple particle. Maybe you got a big cluster, my naga. And then what's the plan after that? You know what I'm saying? Those clusters will tribe up. You know what I mean? But as long as you got something to tribe up with, so we say keep the code, that allows us to say, okay, I see you. I see you've been tribing up. My cluster of Nagas over here. What do we have in common with each other so that we can build and live and have our families amongst each other and be able to develop a system of trust? We have a code. What's the code? The Ten Commandments or the nine spiral, because the first two commandments are the same transgression. You know, don't put no power before your power. Don't make no graven image and bow yourself down. All that is don't keep your power for your power. And on the Los Lunas tablet in New Mexico is the Paleo Hebrew 10 commandments, but it's actually 9 commandments. Because the first two is considered one, because it's the same transgression. Then you go on to not killing, not stealing, don't put keep your Shabbat. Don't covet. You know what I'm saying? Don't bear false witness. You keep on going. Those are all different transgressions. But the first two, first one, right? Don't put no power before your power, no God before me, and then no graven images. All that is under one transgression. Don't put no power before your power. So, you know, why did they make it 10 instead of 9, Managa? Well, you know, you got to understand you're in a frequency war. Anything to get you off your spiral, anything to get you off your 9 code, my noggin. So look, man, that's something we can bond. That's something that if I run into a cluster of Nagas and I know you're keeping it cold, you know what I mean? We can have other differences, but we agree. We ain't killing each other. We ain't stealing from each other. You know, we ain't coveting each other, no adulteress and all that stuff. Your wives are safe. Your children are safe, my Nagi. Your things are good. You know, the morals is high. The frequency is automatically going to be high. You know what I'm saying? We're going to coom, quam all day. So we could teach the family to keep the code. That enables us, no matter how much land we got. You know we got Nagas with land all over the plane. So when we do have to tribe up in real time, we know we got a code. You know, when we say drive nation, we ain't on no play. You ain't bringing in no other false powers on us, man. You ain't bringing in, you know what I'm saying, no death. You know what I'm saying? You ain't killing and stealing from your tribe, my Naga. You know what I'm saying? We understand that. We know we pure water. You know, we know we pure water, man. So, you know, we honor our father and our mother. We got the honor, right? Ama, HaWah, our breath of security. So that's all we say, man, is, you know, it's okay to be afraid, but know that the code is going to raise you back up even when you feel that fear. And don't be so fearful. Don't be so fearful that you are afraid to be afraid. Now you in a whole nother fear spell because you're afraid to feel fear. Might not could deal with it, face it, because you got to be your own master. You can't talk about tribing up with others if you ain't tribed up with yourself, my nigga. Tribe up with yourself, my nigga. I love y'all, man. Hey, I have to drop nation. Keep the water flowing, man. And hey, man, if we don't know our plan, then they don't know our plan, which means that we got to drop. Hey, all praise HaWah.